Good morning from Brisbane, Australia. This is Cindy. I'm on my walk today. How mesmerizing is this? Look at this place. Except for that noise. That's our beautiful city cats from the Brisbane River. What is this? Gee, that's so annoying. Can you hear that boat making those noises? I love it when I go on these walks and there's all these historical things shared with us. If you go to this website, you can read all about it. I'm not going to read it now because I'm on a mission today. So, just going for a walk. Oops, I missed it. Oh, it stopped. Or not. I really love this. There's a cafe just under the Story Bridge and they do that too. They put some things down on a pathway. I don't know what this is all about, but maybe I'll find out sometime later. Oh, it wasn't even the ship or the boat or whatever that is. It's a private mooring. It's a very noisy private mooring. How cool is this? They've got these water stations for drinking. This is so beautiful. So the history of this place that I'm walking on, it's actually a man-made walkway that they had to extend. The land from where you see the cars going, that's where the land ended. And they wanted to build this walkway. So they had to actually create this. It took a few years to do it, but it's so stunning. Look at that. Wow. There's another city cat coming. If you're ever in Brisbane, you must go on the city cat, and you must do it during the day once and then again at night, because you do get a totally different atmosphere. And I don't usually say you must do anything, but that's a must if you really want to see Brisbane. So this was not in the plans for today, but I thought, why not? Because I wanted to share something with you, and I was thinking, where can I stop somewhere that's really pretty? And oh, look at that birdie. Oh, where did it go? There it is. How cute is that bird? Where did it go? Oh, look, there it is again. Wow. Keeps disappearing on me. Story of my life. Anyway, so I wanted to share something with you today because I think it's very important. So there's a place where I can stop there and sit down and have a chat with you about something, or more to the point, just share something with you that kind of happened to me. And hello. What a beautiful family. Look at that place. This is Brisbane's, or one of the most expensive real estate place in Brisbane. It's called Ascot. So I'm just going to stop here. Oh, look. You can just pause it and read it later.
Annabelle and James.
Aww,
Annabelle and James, they were a bit
that is
more
so
adventurous,
cute.
but it was windy.
So I'm just gonna sit down and have a chat with you. Hello. So this is Cindy from Brisbane, Australia. Again, I just wanted to share something with you because it popped up in my life and I think it may be valuable to you as well. I know it has been valuable to me, so chances are that it can be something awesome for you too. So just let people through that aren't running. Anyway, so today's Sunday and I'm halfway through. This is my fourth, and at the end of the fourth week of my new body, mind and soul transformation that I'm doing. So I decided I'm going to do this over an 8-week period, and I do have a goal in mind, but I'm not ready to share that just publicly. All in due time, but I am on track. So some of the things I do are just really crazy, like seriously so not me. Like, when I say that it's so not me, I say it in a way that it is me because I'm doing it, but I didn't think that I can do it, or I want to do it, or it's something that must have been so hidden within my soul and within me that now that I have more time for myself, it's just coming out. And I'm blessed with people coming into my life who are opening my eyes to different things that I'm pretty sure I suppressed about myself for a long time, because I was in constant survival mode. And it's a very just letting people go. So it's a very emotional roller coaster I'm on. You see me smiling all the time because that's who I am. But at the same time, what I'm doing is not easy. Sometimes it's really freaking difficult. But I know that there's this force with me that's guiding me through it all. And even when it seems like I stuffed things up, it doesn't matter, because it's part of the process of what I'm going through. And what I'm going through is just something so incredible. I feel so blessed. And good morning. How cute is that dog? Oh, it's cool. It's a little puppy dog. Anyway, going back to my story about what I wanted to talk to you about. So on this journey that I'm on, I find myself, actually I made a promise to myself that I'm going to say yes to everything that comes my way. And then my angels have a really weird sense of humor, because they presented me with opportunities and I thought, how do I say yes to this? What part of me is brave enough to say yes to this and that was presented in the last few weeks for me? But I'm finding it so much fun and so refreshing, and it's really nice to get to know myself. It's not something I spent a lot of time on in my lifetime, because I just didn't. And I was so busy with looking after everybody else and making sure that everybody else is okay, that even though I did a lot of things for myself, I never ever went into this depth of getting to know myself as what I'm doing these past few months, and especially the last month. And I was forced into it because my children have been removed from my life temporarily. I believe it's temporary. But the thing is that I have nobody to look after right now except myself. So it kind of forced me to get to know myself and find out what the hell I really want. Like, I've just been going with the motion for so long and I've been helping other people to figure out what they want, but I never really sat down and did it for myself until I got myself this beautiful coach and just going through everything with him is forcing me to find out what do I really want. And it's really difficult because I thought I wanted something and I thought that my life was in this my life was going in a way that I wanted to go, but then everything got changed in an instant. So since then I've just been on this search of what do I really want, and in an essence I do know what I want. It's just it's gonna be a lot of changes. So a lot of people don't like changes. I don't mind changes because I know that it's necessary for personal growth, and we are in constant change anyway. Like nothing's ever changed, nothing is ever the same around us. So, but the thing that happened, so it's quite funny. Last week, I don't know if you caught my video about the walk on Gateway Bridge. I live streamed it to Facebook. It's still up there. If you'd like to watch it, let me know and I'll find the link for you, or you can just scroll through my page and you'll find it. And so I did that long walk and I had so much fun on that walk. Then the following day I was in so much pain, like my toesies had blisters, my legs had, well, I found out I've got muscles in my leg that I didn't know I had because they were aching so much, and my whole body was just in kind of a shock. So I took Sunday off last week and just relaxed and didn't do much at all. And I looked up how many kilometers I actually walked, and that bridge is 2.8 kilometers one way. So I walked 5.6 kilometers plus whatever length was to get to and from my car where I parked. So I walked about 6 kilometers that morning. Took about 2.5 hours. Half an hour would have been me reading stuff that I found on the bridge to everybody, so it would have been a 2-hour walk if I wasn't stopping all the time. But then I also looked up how many kilometers was the walk that I did earlier that week, and I can't remember the day, but I walked across from Wellington Point jetty to out to King Island, and you can do that when the tide is low. So as I did that, it was so peaceful. It wasn't fun, it was very peaceful because I could still walk in the ocean, and I don't know, that water, just that grounding or whatever, I don't know what you call it when you walk in the water in the ocean, but I just got so connected to nature and to myself, and it was really, really peaceful. Okay, bikes coming across, and there was this gentleman with a pram. They nearly ran into each other. Anyway, so I didn't think I'm gonna have so many distractions here. I don't know why they're coming this way. Oh, okay. Because the other way is the bike way. Anyway, so I walked across to the King Island, and in the middle of the week when I went to the gym, I usually just do some normal walking on the treadmill, but one of these days in the middle of last week, I think it was Friday, I found these programs on the treadmill, so I did one of them for 40 minutes, and when I look back on I took some photos of it when I finished. I take lots of photos of what I'm doing, so I can show you what I've done in these 8 weeks. But I'm next to the airport, so there's a lot of airplanes going. So when I looked back on that treadmill result, I was just so surprised. So what happened, the King Island walk was a 2-kilometer walk. The treadmill walk was 4 kilometers, and then the Gateway Bridge walk was 6 kilometers. So that's me walking 6, 10, 12 kilometers just on those 3 days in 1 week. And it was gradually growing, like I was almost doubling it all the time, so 2, 4, 6. And the interesting thing that I want to share with you, I know myself, and I know that if I knew that it's going to be 2 kilometers long just for the first one, I would have talked myself out of it, that it's just too long, I don't want to do this. I have done that walk before many times, so I would have probably have done that because I love walking out to that King Island, but I wouldn't have pressed buttons on the treadmill to walk 4 kilometers because I don't think I've done that. I have to look back on my other photos of how many kilometers I've walked on the other ones, but consciously I don't remember that I've walked that much. And when it comes to the 6-kilometer walk, I can absolutely 100% guarantee that I would not have attempted it. I would have just maybe talked myself into maybe do a quarter of it or something, maybe go up half the way to the, not even half to the bridge, and then come back, because my mind does not understand that it can actually do that because of my conditioning, right? So, but here comes the kicker. So because I have had so much fun and I was at peace and I was doing something from my heart, something intuitively I was just doing, it didn't matter how long it was, it didn't matter that I don't know whether I can do it or not, because I did it all. So, you know, it's quite interesting because our mind is so powerful. Like, in the last few years I've studied it a lot, how the mind actually functions, because I wanted to know how a smart, intelligent, beautiful woman like myself can be made to believe that I am ugly, I am worthless, just a nobody by other people. So I wanted to know how that was done to me and how I allowed it all to happen. So I studied how the mind works for a long time. Look at this. How awesome. So in the last few years I did several courses, and one of them was I became a qualified hypnotherapist, and I'm also an NLP master practitioner, and just for fun I became a happiness coach as well, and did some other stuff as well, but that's not important in this video. What's important is the NLP part and the hypnotherapy, because the two can be combined into something so powerful and something so life-changing that this is what my passion is. This, you know, it sounds corny, but that is my passion, to guide people through processes of how they can reprogram their own minds to believe different to what they believe about themselves. So don't worry, if I meet you I can't hypnotize you. Well, maybe I can, just with my personality, but not as I can't make you do things you don't want to do. So, but the point is, when I go through with somebody for an NLP session, whatever breakthroughs we have, we can actually anchor that with using hypnotherapy, so that new belief actually stays with you. So I never thought of doing this for myself about walking, because I was never interested in going for these long walks. It was something just kind of happened. But I can see now that if I knew how long those longer walks will be, I would never have done it. But because I didn't know, my soul knew that I could do it, and I did it with tapping into my inner core of just doing everything from my heart. But it begs the question, and this is where you come in. How many times, and for myself as well, how many times do we go through life? And then, so we go through life, how many times do we talk ourselves out of opportunities that are presented to us because we think that we can't do it because we haven't done it before? Or sometimes things just pop into our lives, or people pop into our lives, and there's all these different energies that we're getting matched with, because the universe knows what we really desire, and then it gives us the opportunities to come those desires to actually manifest in our lives. But how many times do we push that away because we think, oh, this is too easy, this came too easy for me? Or the other thing is, I can't do this because, and then we come up with 50 million excuses why we can't do it. And the truth is, those opportunities and those experiences would not have presented themselves if they weren't part of our growth, our journey, our path to get to whatever we actually going towards. And many times in my life, when I thought everything is just kind of settled and I'm cruising along, something just pops into my life, or somebody, and then just rattles everything. And because it's been happening a lot to me, I got used to it, and I just go with the flow now. And I pause for a little bit and think, well, okay, this is really different, and it may or may not involve other people and their feelings and lives and all that stuff. So what is my next step with this? And I just go with that instinct or whatever comes as an answer. And many times things pop into my life, or people or recently have popped into my life to awaken parts of me that I said before that I just been suppressing, and it's been really dormant. And then I get awakened, and then the next step can come forward, whatever that is. Oh, look at that. How awesome is that? So I was watching them coming from that way. Anyway, interesting. I'll just show you how I saw them. So see that little line, space between those two bars? we're just kind of coming through there. See that? Just peeking through the little window. So, I might just leave it there. Actually, I just tell you a quick story. I used to be, when I was younger, much younger, I used to do canoeing. And there were 4 of us in one canoe, and we did state championships in Hungary, and we got a silver medal. And then, oh, there's our little bird. And then we went to the nationals, and they actually call it the Hungarian Olympics. Oh, hello. It's all happening here. So they called it the Hungarian Olympics, and so we got a silver medal in that too. So technically I do have a silver medal in an Olympics championships for canoeing. There you go. Little trivia for you. So back to my point I was making. So how many times, just have a think about it. Just sit in a quiet place and have a think about it. Don't go back too much and don't stay there too much. But what if you make a decision that from today onwards you say yes to things instead of overthinking of when an opportunity is presented to you, instead of overthinking everything about how this will affect somebody, how this will affect my life, how, all these different scenarios come in. What if you just believed it with your heart that whatever is presented is meant for you, and other people around you may not like what you're doing, but this is your life, and we all have our own journey. And I find it more and more that people I'm with, they may not be able to come to the next step on my journey, and the universe is making it blatantly obvious that this is the case because it keeps removing people out of my life. But I know that as much as my heart aches a lot at those times, and there are tears shed and all that stuff, I know that it was an opportunity for me to have those people in my life for that whatever period of life we've been together for, and that experience in a whole helps me to get to my next step in my journey, because I can take so many beautiful moments away with me and just treasure them. And instead of thinking about what I'm missing out on by those people not being in my life, I look at it as a blessing that we actually had those times together. And whether it was 5 minutes, whether it was 5 hours or 5 weeks, it doesn't matter. It's all those little things added together, all those little experiences make it a huge impact as a whole of how I'm able to do my next step in life. So I really encourage you to give this a go, that just say yes to things, because I can guarantee you're going to be taken out of your comfort zone. You're going to be put into situations where you think, what the heck? And then you're going to be put into situations when your heart is just, it's almost like, I can't even describe it. It just knows that this is right, this is okay, and this is beautiful. And yeah, I can't explain how it feels like. This content feeling that I am doing the right thing, and it may not be something that I've done before, but it feels right, and it carries this sense of acknowledgement that it's okay for me to have fun, it's okay for me to receive love, it's okay for me to be playful and use my femininity in different ways, and my strengths and my weaknesses, and be vulnerable and be open with all these feelings. And I'm very, very personal when it comes to really personal stuff. So I don't just open up to anybody about my most deepest feelings and desires and all that stuff. But when I do become vulnerable, I know that it's with the right person, and I know that the universe is helping me to experience those feelings that I haven't experienced before. And at the end of the day, we are all here to have different experiences. So I've come to realize that the less judgment I put on things, the easier things become. So I try not to, well, you can't try something, you can either do something or not. So I'm doing this more often, that I don't put any labels on things, whether it's good or bad, or safe or not safe, or it's things like that. I just, if it feels good from inside, from my heart, then I'll do it. So I gauge things not on whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but how does it feel? And if it feels good, then that's my gauge to just go ahead with it. And yeah, so anyway, this is what I'd like to encourage you to do, to just give it a go. Just let go of all the past restrictions that you've put on yourself and see where it takes you. Because I've been on such a beautiful journey in the last few weeks with everything that I'm doing, that it's my wish for you that you get to experience many, many beautiful things as well for yourself. And they're going to be different beautiful to my beautiful. But whatever is meant for you, I really would like you to experience that. And I know that I could not have experienced any of this while I was stressing about all sorts of stuff with the court case and with the family court case, and just things that have happened in my life in the last few years. I could not even think about anything like this. But now that I'm more free, I can think about it, and it's lovely. I'm enjoying every single second of it. Even those moments when I get a bit frustrated, or I catch myself overthinking again. I'm doing it less and less, but I'm human, so I still do it sometimes, and I really manage to stuff things up when I overthink everything. But if it's meant to be, then it gets sorted out. If it's not meant to be, then that's what was meant to be, for me to overthink it. And at the end of the day, I had a blast in the last 4 weeks, and I can't wait to share with you what I've been doing and what my body's going through, and my mind and my heart in more detail. And I've got a very close-knit group of people who are with me on this journey, who they're not doing the things that I'm doing, but they assisting me to do it. And they're the most incredible people I have met for that part of my journey that I knew I had to get some assistance. And you know, when I share with you some of the details and how it all comes together, I'm still shaking my head that it actually did come together so far. But at the same time, I know that I have worked so hard on, on my mind, on my mindset, and it's paying off. I spend a lot of times like this, just go and chill out somewhere and just relax and just get reconnected with myself and just take in all the beauty around me. And the more beauty I take in, the more beauty is in my heart, so that I can share that with people. And yeah. So let me know what your thoughts are about this. So the subconscious, just to summarize it, our subconscious mind is so interesting. It stores all this memory that we have from the different experiences that we've had, and that's all it knows. So it doesn't know what we haven't experienced yet. And that, I know that's how I was able to do all those walks, by not overthinking anything, but by just doing it as an instinct, as something I really desired to do, and it was fun. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I'm sure you have some questions on this, or some, share your thoughts about this. I would really love to see your side of this story and what you make of it. And if you have any questions, then please ask, and I'll do my best to give you an answer. And if I don't know the answer, then I'll find it for you. But usually I'm really good with tapping into the universe, and when you ask a question, I can just ask the universe to give you that specific answer that is for you. So thank you for your time. I really appreciate you, and I'm loving the feeling that I'm able to share these thoughts with you and feelings. And it is an absolute blessing for us to be on this journey together, if you're watching this. And I can't wait for you to report back to me that you were able to change some things in your life that made it more colorful for you, more peaceful, more loving, and have some extra beautiful experiences coming into your life. So I'll just turn it around. It's a little boat coming across. So I'll leave you with this beautiful view, and sending you lots and lots of my love. As always, I love you so much, and I'll see you on the next video.